It's gonna. There we go. All right. Um. Ooh, trying not to sound. Hold on. Thank you for being my very first product testers.
Oh yeah, you don't sound recorded at
Not at
all.
all.
That is
Honestly,
hilarious.
though, I mean, I wrote it down because I was all. I just yeah. I'm
Well,
not
you
the
want to get it right.
professional girl. Here's the overview though. Thank you very much. Um, this is the first product I've ever actually tried to do. So I really do appreciate your feedback, like without a doubt. Anyway, so yeah, I'm nervous. Why am I so freaking nervous?
I know
I
you're on all the time.
I don't know. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
it's a new thing you're promoting.
It is a new thing. Um, anyway, basically, I just want you to, I know, you really have both, everybody has life. So you haven't really at this point had an extreme amount of time to play around with it and dig into it. Um, but the questions that I asked you today, the feedback that you share and the things that we discuss really are going to help me make this the best thing that it possibly can be because I want it to be able to help as many people as I can. Because I know it's been amazing for me already. Already. It's like,
I mean, just the little bit I had to play with it this morning, I loved it.
I currently am sitting at 40 skeins of yarn already documented and logged.
oh wow.
And I have some constructive criticism for you.
Okay.
This
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to
okay.
that. Um, I'm going to ask y'all some questions and then we can kind of go back and forth, back and forth. And at the end, ask if there's anything that we haven't covered as far as feedback goes, because that way I can keep myself,
On track.
yeah, because you know, I squirrel. I live my life by squirrel moments. Okay.
I might have to mute here in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Just for a minute though.
How easy was it to set up and start using?
Oh, super easy.
Instant. Instant. I had
Yeah.
no problems.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Was
And
there,
I even opened it on the Open Office, the free like
yeah.
word equivalent thing, and it
Okay.
translated right to it.
Did all the functions work there?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not something I had planned for. I'm freaking excited about that. Yes. Okay. Woo. That makes me happy. All right. Was there anything confusing about the layout or the features?
Not at all. Not at all.
No, the only thing, like when I first did it, it was in like, it wasn't in full screen. And my computer said, it appears you're not getting the full vision. Please go to toggle full screen.
Oh,
Uh, so I don't know if everybody's computer works like that. So maybe there could be a suggestion somewhere
okay.
saying it works best in full screen mode.
Okay. This is just a random question I just thought of, not what was written down, but are you running on Mac, PC? What was you
Um,
running on when that happened?
it's just my gaming laptop. So it's Windows.
Okay.
So it's PC device.
Yep.
Okay. Anything with you, Michelle?
I had no problem, but I'm using Google Sheet
Okay.
and or Sheets. I'd never used that before. I actually tried to start it in Excel, which I have access to as well, and I will test it over there later. I first wanted to do it in Sheets. I'm sorry, you guys, please forgive me. I am charging a nuggy tax. Don't ask, it's a weird thing.
It's fine.
But by using the Google Sheets, I have been able to get all the information that I wanted uploaded into it. So no problems with any of the drop down menu. I have a question though,
Yes.
and I haven't encountered this yet because all of the yarn that I've currently been inventorying is 100% acrylic.
Okay.
What happens when it's a blend?
When you do the search feature, um, and
Okay, explain the search feature
the
because
search
I'm
feature,
not
if
getting
you
it.
click on the filter thing, you can search for words, I guess you could say. And that really, I'm going to dig into that a little bit more so that I can explain it
I see the
on the
pencil.
first
I
page.
can edit it.
Right.
Okay.
So you can, the way that I've got it set up is if, for instance, you have numerous skeins of 60% wool, 40% cotton, 80% acrylic, 20% polyester. I'm just throwing stuff out.
Yeah.
If you search for acrylic, it's going to pull up everything that has acrylic in there, even if it's a blend. So
Right.
that way, because there's so many different blends that
Yes.
there's a lot. There's just,
Absolutely.
The
so
only
I,
thing is when I went to filter,
yeah,
it asked me to filter according to column. Like it didn't do color. So I'm not sure where that was.
okay. That might be in the formatting that I need to fix. So give me a second and I will write that down. Oh, I can come back and watch this again. So I'm not going to write it down. We're just going to keep it moving. Um, did you find the drop down menus and
Yeah.
the filters? We just talked about the filters, easy to use.
I found the drop down menus with no problem. But the only thing I was thinking, like, if a beginner doesn't know what something's called, maybe to have the number in the drop down with the appropriate category.
Okay, so like DKB3 next to
Right.
it, like a three. That okay,
Correct. Because when I first
okay.
did it, I was like, oh, this is a 4. And I started to put in 4, and they're like, nope. It gave me that little box that I sent you in the picture.
Yes.
They're
Oh,
like,
I was wondering what that was for. I figured I'd ask you
yeah,
tonight.
that's what, when
Okay.
I typed in 4, that's what came up saying that it was already. And I was like, well, I know 4 is worsted. But if a
Yes.
beginner is doing it, they don't know.
You're
The
right.
other thing is you don't have a listing for Aaron. And if someone doesn't know that Aaron weight is worsted weight yarn, they're not going to be able to understand that.
Right.
That's a good point because I hadn't even thought of that. Okay. I,
Otherwise, I think you got all of the categories.
Yeah, you do.
Mhm.
okay. Um, let's see. Did the instructions on the welcome page help you understand how to use it? Or what is there something, oh, Michelle, you didn't read it? And that's okay, because let's be honest, a lot of people are not
That
going,
was what, and that's why I didn't read it
yeah.
because
Okay.
I went to it as if I didn't already know you.
Right.
I went if I had gone to ABC Apps R Us and bought this as a system to use for my yarn, I wouldn't have read the instructions.
No, you would have
So
jumped
why
in.
would I? Yeah, that's
People do.
exactly what I would have done.
Mhm.
And then yelled at them when it didn't work.
Yeah,
But
I read the instructions.
I did not.
They were very good. And yeah, they did help figure it all out quickly.
Okay. Except for it doesn't filter the way
Yeah, the filter one. And I think it's just a tweak. It's just a setting.
it is. It's something, and I'm gonna have to go back and double check my calculations and stuff.
Yeah.
The
Because I mean,
calculations I'm gonna be
color is a
you just
color is a column in there.
it is. Since we're family, I have yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna shut the heck up. I'm just gonna shut up. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, functionality. Did the tracker meet your expectations? Why or
It
why?
exceeded it.
Hmm. I think
It
so.
was it was
Yes.
better than I anticipated it would be.
Agreed.
Okay. What feature did you find the most useful?
The fact
I
that
re
it tells me how many skeins. I'm sorry. I think I'm a little excited.
I really like the being able to put on the notes because I use the same one for so many different amis that I was able to list the amis that I use that particular skein for.
Okay.
So that was really helpful for me.
Okay.
And see, for me, having multiple of a particular type of, let's like in this case, we'll go with this one, the Big Twist Pound Plus. I have multiple whites that have different dye lots.
Yeah.
So being able to break them down, the only thing I would like to see is that it reorganizes the. So if I see Big Twist Pound Plus white, and then I see dye lot in quantity in a descending order, that but that is super
There was a
unnecessary.
filter for descending order.
But it won't. But how is it descending? Is it descending
I
based
don't
on the
know.
dialogue number, or is it descending based on the brand? And that's where my other issue comes in. You say brand. My brain says, okay, Big Twist versus Lion Brand versus Karen
Yeah.
versus Red Heart. Okay, but within Red Heart, you've got Big Red Heart Super Saver. You've got Red Heart Jumbo. You've got Red Heart Ombre. You
That's
got
true.
But there's a pretty big
so,
space to type all that in.
but it goes across. It doesn't break it up so
Oh,
that I can see all of
it doesn't wrap like it's supposed to.
it. Doesn't wrap like it's supposed to. It does all one line and it cuts it off.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
That I can fix. That I can fix pretty easy.
Oh yeah, I know it had to be an easy fix. I just don't know how to
Yeah.
do
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, what if I put brand / type?
it. Yes,
That would be
please.
Mhm.
more easily understood.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Was there anything missing? And I know we may have already covered some of this. Was there anything missing that you wish the tracker had?
I'm
I didn't see
no.
anything. I mean,
That was my
it's
issue.
it's probably got more categories than any tracker I've used before.
I was trying to be thorough. A lot of
Yeah.
them, like when I'm doing mine, I never use ounces. But I
No,
know some
I don't.
people do ounces, so I wanted to include that. And I'm actually going to add yards because I know that Raylene
Yeah.
does yardage. Rather, she doesn't do ounces so much as she does yardage. Um, so I'm going to
Absolutely.
add that.
And
Yeah.
Add
I
that.
would
I
rather
do
have
yardage
both.
more than ounces.
I'm an
Huh?
ounce girl, but I measure by pound. That just,
Gotcha.
I mean, because when I use, like, because I do use the bigger skeins because I make bigger products, I make those blankets. So if I have if I have some of the wine left, like right now in the basket that's sitting next to me, I have a partial used skein. Well, I'm not going to sit here and measure out that I have 18 yards, and I'm not going to guesstimate. I'm going to pull out my scale and weigh it, and realize that I have 6 ounces left.
See, and how honestly, for me, I'm such a lazy bitch. I'm such a lazy woman. Because if the skein is used and I don't complete it, I just put it in the scrap pile. Like I'm not gonna weigh it. I'm not gonna nothing. It's in the scrap pile because I'm not making amigurumi like I used to.
Yeah, using for Ami, I
Totally
don't
different.
have a scrap pile like that.
Yeah. I mean,
And
if I
go
have
ahead.
a project and I've got numerous skeins, if I'm gonna use it, then I don't scrap it. But like if I'm at the end of my project and I know it's going to take multiple in order to make another one, and I've got a little portion of one left, I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to put it over
And
there.
see, I always cake those and keep them, and I know that I have excess. So let's say I need a swatch for gauge,
Oh, that's a good
then
idea.
that's how that works for me.
Okay.
Because especially if I'm doing like a new stitch, or this is a whole new pattern to me and I need to know what my tension is going to be with this style, then that excess amount, the tiny little ball won't let me know, is there enough for me to work with here, or do I need to, break a skein?
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, ounces matter to me, but I'm a weirdo. I tell people all that. That just is what it is. I'm a weirdo.
You're a nerdy girly. It's okay.
I am.
We can geek out together. It's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
a tweak geek.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. Were there any unnecessary features that you didn't use or feel like you're not going to use? Because I don't want it cluttered with a bunch of stuff.
Um,
I need it.
no. But
Yeah,
right
no.
now, yeah, right now it's not as critical for me to know what my intended project is. Later on, it will be.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I like that you don't have a drop down for that
Right.
because you
Yeah.
pigeonhole people. And for me, like I have charity makes for the bulk of what I've already documented. And I'm currently on what did I call it? Let me drop down. Open. It's just marked as open. I'm open to whatever I want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's its intended project. That is open. We don't know yet. It'll be what it'll be. It hasn't told me yet.
I know that's right. Because the yarn will tell
And
you what it wants to be.
and for me, I mean, all my yarn is in one room because I have a room to do that in. So for me, that storage space wasn't necessarily super important, but I could see where it could be, especially for future use as it grows and you need to divide it into different totes or what have you.
Yes, it's that was my personal favorite part of it because like I just want to know
Yeah.
where all my stuff is. And I mean, even if it's in the room, I'm such a freaking airhead that I forget when I'm staring right at it. You know what I'm
And
saying? Like,
see me,
yeah,
you mentioned the totes. I'm totally the totes girl. Like my pound plus white with the last four digits of 6256 is in pink tote number 2,
see?
but my
Yeah.
pink ombre is in pink tote number 3. And
Yeah.
all of that is currently here, but under all of that, I get to put, is it at the storage unit? Is it in the hallway? Is it in the living room? Is it in my bedroom? All of that will matter to me later if I'm at the store and I'm like, okay, I need to create a blanket in the next 62 hours. And where is that yarn? Do I have to go all the way to the storage unit to get it? Or do I have 4 and I need 6?
Okay.
Right.
So,
Right.
oh, I didn't even think about taking this on the go, having it on the go.
That's the next step.
that
I didn't
that
even,
part,
I
that
didn't
was
even,
why I did it this way. I'm using the sheets because I have access to sheets through my email, which I can carry on my phone.
Hmm.
Because keep in mind, for me, part of my storage is at a storage unit away from home. I'm not going to want to take my laptop, but I can absolutely take my phone and document right there. Boom, 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 boom. Here's the thing
Hmm.
I don't know that you're taking into consideration that I need to give you major applause for. Keep in mind, I didn't start documenting my yarn until almost 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it's what, 6:22 right now, my time. And I have 40 skeins documented.
and you were working.
And I was working with a baby who was screaming.
Yes, he
Oh, yeah,
was.
you're screamer.
Oh, he is a screamer. I told Michelle.
Girl.
I dealt with bullies today.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no,
Yeah.
My
I do
screamer
not
is
like
a
bullies.
bully in the making.
I don't like bullies.
no.
I don't either.
Well,
But
yeah, and I only had about 45 minutes to play with it a little bit. So,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I'm in vacation mode right now. So I'm like, "Woo,
Oh, I really appreciate
I'm
you
out."
trying to help me. I really do. I really, really do. Okay, let's move on because if you're in vacation mode, that means let's wrap this up so you can go do your stuff. Um, do you see yourself using this tracker long term? Why or why?
Yes.
oh
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Yeah.
I have plans. We're in a committed relationship.
Yes. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, before using this today, and I know neither one of you have spent like days playing with it, but how did you, before you did this, how have you been keeping track of your yarn? Or even did you?
I have an app, but I really don't like it.
I have books, and the biggest challenge I have with the books, it I'm anal. The moment that I pull off one skein and I have to correct it, then I got to go find my correction tape. It's never perfect. It's never right. I'm never okay with it. And the other side of that coin is books only give you so much space.
Yeah.
You are going to run out of room in that book. Or heaven forbid, in my case, as a daycare provider, somebody spills something on my book. Now the book is
hmm
ruined.
hmm
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the app
So
I have has features that I would never use, and it feels cluttered and kind of clunky. So yeah, I don't like it.
Does this feel cluttered and clunky?
No,
Honest. Okay.
oh
very
God, no.
straightforward in a program I've used a million times.
Okay. Would you recommend this tracker to other crocheters and why?
Absolutely.
In a heartbeat, like I want to, you need to get this going because
hmm
I have
Yeah.
5 people that I am planning to say, hey, you need this now,
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Yep. Come on, girl, get on it.
So,
All
chop,
right.
chop. Oh,
So
you were you planning to sleep? Because we don't want you to get to work. Get to work
I
right now.
haven't been sleeping since I started this. Okay. I'm bringing about this
Wow.
mess. Um, what would make you even more excited to you? What would make you even more excited to use this, like on a regular basis?
I mean, not much. I'm pretty excited to use it.
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
only thing I see based on this is there has to be more.
There is more.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Oh yeah.
more.
Yes. If you had read the introduction, Michelle, you
I
would have
ain't
seen
doing
it.
that. Nope, nope, no. You can't make me. I will not.
And
Will not.
she got a little future in there.
It's their tease.
Was a
Are
little
you
teaser,
being?
a little hint, little teaser. Yes.
But
Um,
yeah, that's where my mind went. That if somebody could create something like this, there has to be other applications that lend themselves to crochet.
The
yes.
hook
And
tracker, yes. Marty, that is next.
It's
That's the
coming.
next one.
That is the next one, actually. That is the next one.
there's a hook
Yeah,
tracker.
there's a hook tracker. Okay, I'm just gonna say it just because we're all family here. This
Okay.
goes no further. And for you guys that are watching after we record this, it goes no farther, family only. But yes, there's a hook tracker. There is a tool tracker for all your notions, swifts, yarn winders, blocking stuff, on the go bags, whatever. Um, so there's that, and then there is a pattern tracker, which is going to be fun. I've already started using it. But it's again in the process of, um,
Is there going to be a project tracker?
huh?
A project tracker?
I'm doing two. I'm doing one for designers and one for makers because
Excellent.
things for, I mean, people who
They're
design
different.
stuff, yeah, it is a lot different. What you need is different. So,
Mhm.
it makers aren't going to care about a lot of it. They're not going to use it. So I give it to them, in
Right.
my opinion.
Yeah, don't clutter my life. I'm
That
a maker.
exactly. There's already enough. There's already
One
enough
minute.
clutter. Okay.
My life is
Eventually, I'll have
chaos.
both, though.
Yeah,
I
there.
will I will have both just because I'm greedy. I want all the things even if I don't use them. They're mine. I'm greedy.
And I've got
I-
so many
I'm
things
an intellectual
on
hoarder.
my mind. Those are the ones that I'm currently working on at the moment. But there is more that I have in mind that I haven't started, and I don't want to get into that. We're just gonna make sure that
Okay.
these are
That
exactly what
these
they need to be. This one specifically right now. This one is my number one.
Yeah.
Okay, here I go. If you love the tracker, would you be okay with me using your feedback as testimonials?
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Would you be willing to share a short review, either written or video, about your experience?
Or
Yes.
both. or both.
That would be
Right.
fine too. That would be fine too. And if someone was on the fence about buying this, what would you tell them?
If you're on the fence about buying this, one of two things is true. Either you don't have a yarn stash, or you have all the opportunity to continue to buy. Because what this will prevent me from doing is constantly rebuying yarn that I don't need. I
Yeah.
will
I
not
mean, it's
tell you.
definitely a money saver.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
And a time saver.
that part.
let me check something really quick because I want to make sure I'm not, talking out the side of my neck. Because I do it so well. I don't have it on here. What if I how would you feel about a cost checker?
A
Being
what?
a cost checker, like a price
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
column, so to speak, in areas so that you can write down how much each skein costs, or because there is a wish list. If on the status options there's a wish
hmm
list. So
Yeah, I didn't understand
the wish list. So
yeah.
if you click wish list, if you want, say, I wanted to get some, name a yarn that I name something frugal, like
Karen, one
frugal, but
Karen
okay,
one
carrot
pound.
1 pound. I've never had it, but I want to try it. So I'm going to put it on my wish list. It is this price. I know my budget's tight. I'm balling on a budget like a lot of people balling on a budget.
Absolutely,
So if I
absolutely.
put it on the wish list, then it will track that. Okay, there's this in the notes. I can say I'm waiting for a sale, or there's a sale on such and such, so that I can say, okay, well, fine. And then it's already in there. And when I buy it, I can change it from wish list to what?
To purchased or to in stash.
Right.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a cost column, honestly.
Yeah, what you paid versus that, and see, for me that would have been something I would have put in notes because I didn't see a place for it, and
Right.
I didn't understand how to apply the wish list concept because I don't wish for anything. I just buy it. But Lord bless me. I keep telling my children they're going to have to eat yarn. I just care more about them than their appetites. But that lends me to, I know what the retail price, just we're talking about carrying 1 pound. I know retail price for carrying 1 pound is $12.99.
Okay.
I also know the traditional sale price at most big box stores and online locations is going to be $6.99 to $8.99.
Okay.
A stock up price for that is $4.99. So if somebody is getting rid of an inventory of that, and I see, okay, on Amazon it's $4.99 only in this colorway, I'm buying whatever the max quantity is because at that point I want it all.
Well,
Okay.
that's
But
a huge savings.
that is a tremendous savings. That is almost 3 times less what you would normally expect to pay. So yeah, that's a stock up price for me. But again, I'm a couponer, so that's how my brain works. When I look at cost for a product, do I need it now? And if you make things like in your case, Rebecca, you make amis, you could charge. Okay, this is the retail price. This is my wholesale price.
Yeah.
This is what I charge for this product based on raw material cost.
Right.
Well, yeah, that would be
Yeah, I
honest.
have a
That's
project
going to be in
calculator.
the project thing
Yeah.
See,
for the
but
designer, because
but
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
a
one
thing.
of those things. See, this is where
Tracking costs. I wasn't sure whether or not to put it in here, but it's something that I
you
had
need to,
considered.
because if you don't, when I go back to like in my case of using the Karen 1 pound as the example, if I've used 5 of the white 1 pound, just the classic white, and I have to go back and rebuy them. Well, now they're no longer $9.99, which was my original price. I have to look at, okay, what is my cost factor to purchase these again? Can I afford to wait, or do I need to buy them now before the price goes up on your inspirations again?
Well, even just having a cost column allows you to put in what you paid for it. So when I do my project calculator, I don't have to remember what I paid for all 10 of these different color skeins. I can just go back there and be like, oh, it's, red heart and I paid X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just put it, I weigh it and then put it in the project calculator, and then I can just do it from there. It's
I
all in
love it.
one place, so much easier.
Beans, cool beans, cool beans. Is there anything else that we might could add?
Nope.
Not that I can think of. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would probably be the only thing that I would.
Okay. What if, okay, so up in the dashboard, there is the totals, and then there's the totals, right?
Right.
Yeah, you have total skeins and total ounces.
Right. Well, yes, but yes, there is total skeins, total ounces, and then
But up
there's
on the dashboard, those totals are all of them together, right?
yes and no. The total skeins should be the skeins minus the wish list. So if you have
Okay.
something marked on the wish
I have no wish list.
right.
Yeah, I didn't put a wish list in.
It should not show in total skeins
Okay.
because it's not in your inventory yet. Do you see
Right.
what I'm saying? Let's see.
Can you explain something to me? What is low skeins?
Low skeins?
I have in the dash. I have total skeins, total ounces, in stash, in use, reserved, scrap, wish list, low skeins.
That means you're running out. That's what that means. You're running out. So the way I've got it set up is under a certain number, it'll actually highlight red in that cell when you put it in.
I didn't put anything there. It's telling me there are 15 low.
Okay. But what I'm saying is when you are down in your thing and you say, okay, it's this brand.
I see what you mean.
And the quantity,
they're all red.
all of them.
Mine are all red too.
Mine are all red. In the individual, every line, because all of my numbers are below the number 10.
Yeah.
No, it should be like 3.
Okay. Most of them are 1 or 2s. I have 2 sets that are 6, and they're both red. No, 1 is 7. And yeah, the
And it's red.
numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I only have a couple of skeins of everything, so mine is all under, just 2 or 3 anyway.
Yours is going to be because like you can do a lot of amigurumi with one skein.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the reason I have a ton with only one color each. Because
unless I'm doing one of those dragons.
Oh yeah. Those dragons are cute.
Pretty.
But like my big twist value, the 4.3 ounce skeins. I have 6 of them in aqua ombre. And the total quantity of skeins is red. The ounce quantity is red.
See, it should not be. I gotta fix that.
So it's supposed to be under 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Under 3 skeins. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, do I have anything where I have more than 6? I don't know. I might. I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do.
I don't.
But we won't find that
out. Like, should I take that out?
What
is
the color
you would even use the low skeins, low ounces thing? Is that something you would even?
No,
it's
never. In my mind, I know that if I have less than 4 of the white, 4 of ivory, 4 of whatever, that for me that's an issue. But that's something I could put in the notes.
Okay.
Or actually it's resolved as somebody who does stash certain colorways with the wish list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't really need a low skein
Nope.
counter because you've
Okay.
got a wish list.
Yep.
All right. What about the scrap counter?
I'm never going to care
Yeah, my
about scrap.
scraps are little.
Little tiny.
Yeah.
I don't care because I'm either going to use it as a connection to something bigger I'm already planning for, or it's a future project. So basically, it's a sample.
But because I
My
don't use it,
scraps are
doesn't mean
samples.
somebody won't. I mean, I could
Yeah,
see because you hear people always talking about, oh, I'm making a scrap blanket. So, I mean, people definitely use them.
yeah, and I call those crap blankets because that's just crap they got left over.
Okay. And what about
Misfit Island.
as far as total skeins? Because I know some people, my
you
brain, my
are
sorry,
you
my brain just clicked. I'm going like it's trying to do five thoughts at once. Okay, three.
Mhm.
I glitched a little bit. I apologize.
I saw that.
We're,
Can I guess your question?
what?
Are you asking us, is that information valuable?
I was
And
not asking that, but yes.
but it
It,
is, and it's a misnomer.
explain.
And in this case, total skeins is 40, yes. But some of my skeins are 17.6 ounces. Other skeins are 4.3. Other skeins are 5.3. So the total number of skeins is irrelevant to me personally.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey, girls, I gotta go.
okay, darling, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'll talk to
Thank
you
Thank you
later.
so
you.
All
much.
right.
And I'll be in
Bye.
touch with you.
Bye.
All
Bye.
right.
That's
And
okay.
then there was, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Quit.
Because,
Oh,
okay.
so
Total skeins is I mean, if you're in a contest with somebody who's got the most skeins, then yeah, that's great to know. But the reality of it, if you only used, okay, if I only used one type of yarn, one sizing, then that's important to know. But if you ask me the total skeins of my 1 pound inventories, and keep in mind I have different brands that are 1 pound. You've got the Lion brand pound of love, the Karen 1 pound, the Big Twist pound plus. Each one of those in my mind is a 1 pound skein.
okay.
And the total quantities of that become important to me.
Okay. So that gives me something to think about because Raylene, and she couldn't be here tonight, but she had mentioned what would be valuable for her is if like on the wait, how instead of just a total number of whatever, if I had, say, in my stash, I have my stash all set up, but I could easily, like, quick at a glance, see, okay, well, I have four sport weight, I have, you know, six DK, I've got 307 worsted.
Yeah.
Do you
See,
see what I'm saying?
yeah, because that would so be Michelle.
That's something that I hadn't thought of, that I thought, that's actually a pretty good idea. So I wanted to run it by y'all and see
that
what you think too.
absolutely, that absolutely is crucial to somebody like me who is looking at, I subjugate because I know that even though something is titled as a worsted weight yarn, you can have four different hefts of worsted weight. Like, for me, do not mix the Karen 1 pounds with the pound of love. Those to me are very different feels. They're
Even though
very
they're all
different
the same.
densities. even though they're labeled the same.
Okay.
Even though they're labeled the same. And that's where, for me, that becomes the nerdy part of my brain is like, nah, we are not the same, baby. We are not the same. Don't tell me, oh, you can substitute a, this worsted weight for that. No, you can't. No, you can't. What are you making? What is its application? But that's a fiber issue.
Right.
So for
And I
me,
don't have, and this is why I'm relying on you guys so much, is because I don't have the experience with all the different things, and I want for you to be able to, like, I've only, I haven't been crocheting that long. I haven't had the years of experience to try all of the things. I'm going to,
and you
but I
will.
don't want that to stop you from being able to have a tracker that helps you stay organized in the way that you need to be organized. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I was like,
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely. But see, for again, that goes back to why notes is so critical. For me,
right.
noting that, okay, we all know that Joanne is going out of business. I have a secret that I'm not allowed to tell. But with that said, I'll tell you later, maybe. No, Saturday. Come to the meeting.
I'll come to the
But
meeting.
but with that said, in my notes, I can say that, this yarn is super dense and it doesn't have fluidity. It doesn't flow easily. It isn't slippery.
Right.
It's very stiff.
Patchy, stiff.
Whatever my adjectives will need to be, so that if I know that, oh, I've got to make a sweater for someone, and it needs to be, a winter sweater, but it needs to have drape and fluid, movement to it, then absolutely do not grab that Karen 1 pound. Absolutely grab the Pound of Love or the Big Twist.
Okay. Um,
And I see that in my notes.
I love the notes section. The notes section makes me happy.
The notes gives me joy. It gives me
Yeah,
joy.
gives me joy. All right. Is there anything off the top of your head before we wrap up that you can think of that I could perhaps enhance or change, like aside from what we've already talked about, or make better?
There's only one thing, and again, this is the geek in me, and it may not be an issue for anybody but me, because we are breaking this down by using dialite numbers. Me having to go back in and move cells to move all of my Big Twist Pound Plus white under each other, so that I know that I have, a 5962 over the 5961, just as a random number, but that I have 4 of this one, but only 2 of that one. Because dialite is an important thing, I need to know that I have, if I saw white and all I saw was the one white, if I don't remember, I have 4 different dialites of white, then I don't want to run up and down that entire list, because the list is going to
Trying
get
to find
long.
it.
I wanted to
So
group it, all of my Big Twist Pound Plus in one space. All of my
that's where the
whites.
filters, yeah, that's where the filters come in, because you can filter by that name.
Yeah, but I don't really know how to do that at this point.
Okay.
Coming into it as somebody who doesn't really geek that way,
Okay.
that's something that if it like, okay, the moment I started typing Pound Plus, if it moved all my Pound Plus together, if it moved all my Big Twist together, if it moved all of, you see what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it kept organizing based on what predictive text makes it move things too.
Okay.
Because right now I'm looking at my list, and all of my Big Twist is together, but it didn't organize based on color.
Okay. So how did you organize based on that?
I just typed it in. I
Okay.
haven't moved anything.
Okay.
So I
Let me
don't
check
know.
into that because let me check into that and I'll get back with you on that. That's good
Okay.
to know. That
I haven't
yeah,
moved
let me
anything,
check
but I
in.
do have two different lines for Big Twist Pound Plus white. And I also have it for ivory because I have two different dye lots. I would like for it to connect
The
those one
flow.
line and then yeah, and
Okay.
it's but I also haven't closed it out because I am having so much fun with it that I haven't put it down yet.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's important to add to your understanding
That's
that this is such a need that for people like me who have stashes in multiple places and have a lot of yarn, this is a game changer. I'm just saying.
thank you
You're
so
welcome.
freaking much. I'm gonna be refining like my FAQs, and you guys brought up a lot of really, really amazing questions. And a lot of things that I can check into, and I'm trying not to let the anyway, it's fine. But I'll be making the final tweaks and everything based on your feedback.
I don't know how long you've been working on this, but honey, I know people who do web design and make apps. They spend years creating something like this. So you need to give yourself a big hug because this is phenomenal.
Been working hard on it. I have been working hard on it.
Oh, I
Uh,
believe it.
so I really would like to launch this to the public very, very, very soon. So um I would really appreciate it and love for you if when it goes live, if you'd share your experience when it does.
I have a question for you, and I don't know if you've even given this consideration.
Is that
For people like me who happen to have just a couple of people that know them, I guess you call us content creators.
yes.
Is there the opportunity for us to share this information on our platforms with other people we know that would be interested in making a purchase? Because I know people who are building yarn statues right now who this could be the difference between whether or not they stay married or don't, because they're going to be bringing home a lot of yarn and their
Right.
spouses are going to be, you can't even keep up with the doggone kids. How are you going to keep up with 82 skeins of yarn?
I didn't
Let's
mean
be
to snort, but
realistic.
I
Those
felt
checks,
that. I felt that deep in my heart. I felt that. Um,
listen,
I
I'm
don't
just saying.
I don't have a problem at all with anybody sharing it. Please share away. What I would like though is the opportunity to check on some things because what I would like to do is be able to offer people like affiliate. Like if somebody was to click your link and get the tracker, I don't know how to do that. So that's something I have to check on. And that's only because I feel like we're all in this together and I would love to give back. Do you see what I'm saying? That would make me
Absolutely.
very, very happy to do that. Ah,
Please don't cry.
it's
We're
fine.
not crying. We
We're
are
not
not crying.
we're not doing this today. We're good. This
No.
is happy, happy times, happy times. All right. So if you have any other feedback after using it more, please, please, please feel free to give me a call.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm
I'm
super.
excited to continue to type away. I haven't even gotten into my bedroom. I'm just in the yarn I have access to while working. Imagine when I get into the back room. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah, my
I
kids
think
may not
I'm
see me this weekend.
actually, I think what I'm going to do, I thought about this a lot today while I was waiting for y'all to fiddle with
Get back to you.
news. What I think I'm going to do is tomorrow morning, I need to do some of my own yarn stash So what I think I'm going to do is go live, and then I can show, like, because I can share my screen as I'm live, not for the general public, because I'm not ready for public launch yet.
No.
But yes, so that I can show, because not everybody, as of today, the 50% goes away, but members still like 20% off. That's huge. So that way,
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about.
I would say this.
This community has literally given me so much. And
If you're going to do, I would recommend that first of all. First and foremost, even if they're not aware of what this can do for them, they need to be. But if they're not aware, seeing you use it will demonstrate. I mean, if you do, let me know. I'd like to watch you do it, and I may replicate it as a Papa Live tomorrow or as a part of what I do Saturday.
I'm not
No?
launching to the public till next week. Please don't go public with this till next week.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Please don't do that,
I
because
will
it's
not
not ready.
move until you, oh no, I will not move until you're ready.
It's not ready. Wait till
She
next
just
week.
got scared. I didn't mean
I
to scare
did,
you.
because there's I need to fix some things. Like there's, you know, formatting and conditional things that I need to fix.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, if
Then
somebody's
is
gonna be
live the
paying
right
full
move for you
price,
tomorrow?
yes, because it's only going to be members. It's only the members that can get the discount. And because
Okay, okay,
I
okay. I see
haven't
what you're
launched it,
saying.
I mean,
I
I'm
see what you're
still,
saying.
look, I welcome feedback. I welcome feedback. This is my family. I welcome feedback. So, yes, and I think that, you know, regardless, it will still help people that are kind of unsure or
Mhm.
not really sure, because I
They don't know what it
how
is.
well, and how the heck is it going to benefit them? Let's be honest. They don't know. Like there isn't a million and one trackers out there. Like there isn't a million and one books that here you put your stash here, organizers, da 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 da. I myself have bought a ton of them, not specifically for yarn because I'm just getting started with that. But
But yeah, I've done it too.
yeah,
You know, those of us who are in the need to improve our health, we've done step trackers. Heck, remember when we used to have the pedometers that we used to put on our shoe?
no, I never had one of those because I wasn't that serious about it. I've never been that serious about it.
I've had multiples, and guess where they are? If you know, I know, because I don't. Because I don't. The technology has advanced past that.
That's right.
We all have a goal to organize, improve, and do better.
That's right.
It's $1 billion industry. Forget the niche. It's a
Right.
$1 billion industry. But this, I promise you, as somebody who has been doing this for years, this is a game changer.
That makes me
This
happy. That makes
this
me
is a game changer. And I'm looking forward to whatever else you're bringing out. I am. I'm ready.
thank you. For those of you that are watching the video, please do me a favor and comment in the drop a comment and let me know if you want me to go live and show you what y'all can organize my stash with me. I mean, talk to me while I do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if that's something that you want. Um, other than that, Michelle, thank you so much.
My pleasure. My
And
sincere
Rebecca, if
pleasure.
you're listening to the very end of this, thank you. Raylene, thank you. And Emily, I got you. I'm still looking out for you. You guys, thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Wait, it's not going to let me do that. Hold on. Let me get my react. Isn't it going to let me react?
Wait a minute. Does it do
It
that?
is. Hold on. It's not going to do these on the Zoom, but it will
Oh,
do this. I love you. All right, guys.
Bye
Thanks.
bye.
Bye now.
Oh, my pleasure.